going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly home of Memphis X, and I talk hoops. For the last 3 NBA seasons, the Memphis Grizzlies have let their culture of young, exciting players set the standard for the NBA, and it looks like other young cores are taking notes, and I'm going to tell you about one. But first, every hero needs your theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demarest back and let's go.
It's no secret in these internet streets that the Grizzlies are the gold standard currently in the NBA regarding building a competitive team through the draft. The Grizzlies have basically done all their big moves through the draft, and the team chemistry, the excitement, the camaraderie, everything it shows in each phase of this organization. In Summer League, the whole team is there. During end of the game celebrations, the whole team participates. And everybody from the outside looking in has said it looks like they're a college team in the NBA just having fun. And the crazy thing about it is the Grizzlies are basically built around young guys. There was no significant player on their team last season over the age of 28. And the NBA took notice. Not only the NBA, but the players in the NBA took notice. And you could see it in the way other young teams interact with each other. It is a lot more camaraderie. It is a lot more public camaraderie amongst teams, especially the younger teams. And I believe it is because of the standard the Grizz culture has set. Now, what emphasizes or what puts a period and an exclamation point on Grizz culture is the fact that the Grizzlies are successful. The Grizzlies were I think the second youngest team in the NBA last season, and they were the second best team in the league. The Grizzlies also had one of the 5 lowest payrolls, I believe, in the NBA, especially when you account for dead salary. So the Grizzlies are not breaking the bank to get these wins, and they are not going out and searching for veteran leadership to get the team over the hump. The leaders of this team are the young guys, Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Dylan Brooks. And the veteran savvy of Steven Adams was really critical last season. Now, this perspective has led the Grizzlies to do what some would say was unexpected this offseason, which was double down on their youth, double down on their talent, and double down on the NBA draft. And they have done that. Now, this offseason, or just the other day, we saw the entire Detroit Pistons roster almost turn up to the Rico Hines runs in San Francisco. Their entire team was there. This team is locked in. The Detroit Pistons, to me, is going to be one of the teams that surprises more than ever. I was a big fan of Cade Cunningham coming into the draft, coming into the league. He has proven, once he got healthy, he proved himself to be one of the better young players in this league. And then the Detroit Pistons found a way to steal Marvin Bagley from the Sacramento Kings. And yes, I know Marvin Bagley does not have many fans around the NBA media, but I am still holding some of my Marvin Bagley stock. I like him. I like the way he plays, and I think he is going to be helpful. He was a key ingredient being a lob threat for Cade Cunningham in the last parts of the season. Now, The Detroit Pistons followed these moves up with having probably, to me, one of the best drafts in the 2022 NBA draft. They were able to select Jaden Ivey, number 5, who dropped down to them. And I'm not saying the Sacramento Kings made a mistake because, of course, they picked a good player at number 4. But Jaden Ivey is the perfect complement to Cade Cunningham, and that's what makes the pick so good. And then they were able to steal Jalen Duren, who I desperately wanted. You guys heard my draft talk. I desperately wanted him to be paired next to Jaren Jackson Jr. for the next 10 years and have them dominate defensively. But they got him. They got 2 of the most athletic players in the NBA draft to pair next to Cade for the next 10 years. Cade has got a real live lob threat and a real live wing scorer to be next to him for the next 10 years. He has nothing to worry about. The Pistons do not. Now, I don't expect the Pistons to jump up and be a playoff team. They might not even be a play-in team, but I do expect them to be better than expected next year. I don't expect them to be down with the dregs of the Wembyama tankers. I think they have no need to do that. The 2023 draft has a lot of wings in it. A lot of wings that will be available about the time where Detroit should be picking around the end of the lottery. And I think that precludes them from having to tank their season away. They can start building a winning culture this year, very similar to how the Grizzlies did in Ja Morant's rookie year. They started building that winning culture, even though they owed a pick to the Boston Celtics. They bastardized that pick and made it a late lottery pick, and I think that's what the Pistons are going to do this year. I think they're going to be in the low 30 wins this season. I think they're going to play hard. I think they're going to play well. And I think Cade is going to establish himself as one of the best young guards in the NBA. Now, they have some sneaky additions as far as vets go on their team. I think they got Kemba Walker, Nerlens Noel. They still have Alex Burke, Corey Joseph. And, of course, I already told you. And they did still they are taking a flyer on my guy, Kevin Knox, who I liked in the draft and who has really bummed out in the NBA so far. But he is a 6'7" wing, and he might get a chance to show what he can do in the NBA with the Detroit Pistons. Now, like I said, you will see other teams in the NBA, the other young teams. I expect you'll see teams like the Orlando Magic, under the leadership of Banchero. I think you will see the Oklahoma City Thunder under the leadership of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I think you will see the Houston Rockets, even though Houston still is a year away from being able to put their pedal to the metal. But I think Jalen Green is going to prove to be a great leader, a better than expected leader. I'm big, high on Jalen Green as a player in this league. I think he's going to prove to be a better leader than people expect. And I think Houston's going to need one more year of being terrible to get them one more player before they start owing those draft picks to Oklahoma City. But like I said, the point of this video was to say that Grizz culture has become the standard for rebuilding in the NBA. Through the draft, getting the right personalities in that locker room, sprinkled with the right veteran mix to get them started on taking the NBA seriously. And you can tell by the Detroit Pistons having their whole team at the Rico Hines runs that team, those young guys, are serious about their future in this league. Guys, let me know what you think about the Detroit Pistons' future in this league. How did you feel about their draft with Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren? And how do you feel about Cade Cunningham as a future superstar in this league? Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you can be alerted to the next video. Like I said in my post yesterday, we're going to start camming up, and we're going to start the live streams, getting ready for a fantastic 2022-23 Grizzlies season. Peace.